And we are back from the break, and the party has gotten back to the Dolphin shuttle. And what have you guys decided on doing?
Well, Braxon says I recommend we swap over the helms before we take off, in case we need the invisibility.
Makes sense.
Any
Okay,
objections?
Gonna get...
I hear none.
No, I'm not. Nope, not objecting.
No, perfect.
Okay, so Braxon's going to supervise 2 teams of people. One unbolting the helm currently on the hilt, and the other one unbolting the helm on the flitter.
Okay. So before you get a chance to do that, Nor and Sunfayun will kind of like take you aside, Braxon, and kind of quietly ask you what's the deal with the bronze man.
Braxton's going to say, I have no idea. It was there when I turned up. But these things seem to work themselves out. Maybe ask Lever.
Just going for that instilling confidence in your crew thing, huh?
Braxon knows how to instill confidence in his leadership.
Braxton will end that sentence with a wink.
Lever will actually offer to Braxon that since she doesn't know what to do with this thing either for the moment, how about would he appreciate if it helped repairing?
Does it know how to, what was its name?
Talix.
Talix. Do you have any skills repairing ships?
Are you asking it?
Yeah.
Not directly, no.
Okay.
Talix, Lever asked it, Talix, could you help repairing the ship if Braxon told you what to do?
Indeed.
See?
Braxton's gonna get on with de-rigging the helm on the flitter, and he'll catch up with this lot later.
Is there any damage that Solas could fix with mending?
Sure.
Yeah, same with me and Finn with our shipwoods. Do we need to memorize them?
I do have 1 mending.
Shapewood can definitely help, and mending can definitely help.
Well, any shapewoods from Finn will have to wait until after he sleeps.
Yeah, I don't have any memorized. It's whether or not I need to memorize any of those.
Do we have wood with the ship?
Yeah, I'll take.
Let's have a check. We had some fake cargo on the ship, didn't we? So we might
silks and stuff. Oh, is that intact?
Yeah, it's a good question. Someone wanna take a look at that?
As long as it's just
I
the
got
boxes.
appraisal. I'll check the integrity.
Okay.
Do remind me, Old, what was the formula for mending fixing the ship?
Hold on. Let me deal with the cargo first. So,
Okay.
Lafdul, you go to take a look at the cargo. There's a little bit of minor water damage on the silks. A little bit of water got into some of the crates. It's not a huge deal. The glass, on the other hand.
Oh, was it packed in sand?
I mean, it was packed as good as it could be, but the ship was really, really tossed. That cargo is ruined.
Ruined, like shattered into a million pieces? Or...
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, the elves will take it out of our finder's fee.
Yeah, I suppose.
As for mending, I believe it is 10% chance per level.
So then it would be just automatic success since I'm 10th level.
All right.
Yeah. Let me have a look on the ship to see if we put any wood on it.
Mending doesn't need wood.
Oh right, okay.
But
Maybe
still
take
check
Shapewoods.
for
Wonderful.
future shape woods.
Yeah.
And after
Logically, it would
casting,
make sense too, but we were taking cargo, and I'm not sure about our weight limit. I think it's like fifth. It's the size of our cargo, isn't it? It's not the helm.
I mean, it's depends on if you put down that you were putting some cargo on it. I mean, some
Yeah.
wood on it. I don't know what you guys keep on this ship.
after casting mending, Solas would most likely say that he is going to rest so that he can recover his spells.
All right.
You don't want to flex those muscles.
Since I doubt he got enough rest during the flitter flight.
No, you definitely did not.
Okay.
And he
I'll
has
have to probably
spent
try
quite
and
a lot
sneak.
of spells.
Finn will do the same so he can change up some spells.
All right.
I don't know whether
Yeah,
or not
Lever
we'll
will do
have
s-
wood, but I will take one shape wood, just in case we come across wood, I guess.
I mean, if the glass is broken, you can at least use those crates.
It's the wrong type of
Oh.
wood though.
Yeah, it is.
Wouldn't it not serve as patchwork repair? Temporary hit points.
No.
I've got down the fake name we gave to the ship and the fake logbook and the crew, but I didn't write down I didn't write down how much wood we put on the ship.
Then we didn't put any wood.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
didn't take any wood, I guess.
All
We
right.
don't typically get into combat, so.
Well, it's not that. It's that it would have been whether it fitted in with our cover story.
Spare wood is
Yeah,
always
that's
going to
what
fit
I
in.
thought.
Spare lumber for
Yeah.
repairs is always going to fit in.
Yeah, but it's like really long planks, isn't it?
Not necessarily.
I think quite a lot of ships, even merchant ships, would have a spare lumber for emergency repairs.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I'm just being honest, saying that we haven't got it written down.
Yeah,
either.
if you don't have it written down, then you didn't bring any.
Alright, I guess I won't take shape wood.
Okay. All right, so mending did restore 1 hull point, so you're back to 12.
Yay!
If there is any more to repair with mending after I've rested, I can cast another mending.
Yeah, I'll let you do one more. And I will say well, actually, let me give you a choice. Do you want to repair the rigging damage, which wasn't a hull point, but would get you back to maneuverability class C, or do you want to restore the hull point?
I would fix the rigging.
Okay.
Cool.
All right. So, you're still at 11 then, and the rigging is repaired, and you can do a mending tomorrow to get a hull point back.
Alright.
And I will say that you can do mendings up to 15 hull points. If you want to
Okay,
get
then
that.
I might as well take 2 mendings.
Okay. All right, so Braxon, you've gotten the helms swapped. The flitter is secured. You got a Alaro and set up in makeshift quarters. You don't exactly have quarters on the ship, but you will be comfortable and ready to fly. He's definitely out of practice, but you can tell that he is a skilled fighter. Not like super duper skilled, but he's been trained. But he is been in prison for 20 years. However, it does look like, having little else to do, he has kind of like exercised in his cell, so he's not completely like his muscles haven't like completely atrophied or anything like that.
Right.
And he will take some time to shave off his beard and get himself back to how he prefers and everything like that.
Solas will lend his grooming kit.
He will be very, very grateful to you for that. Yeah, half-elf solidarity, right?
Oh, Solas has a solidarity to almost any half blood creature that doesn't fit into either of their parent groups.
So Braxon's going to ask Lever a question.
Go ahead.
He's going to say, "You just got off the helm when it was on
Mhm.
that ship, and now the same helm is on that ship. So, are you connected to the helm or to the other ship?"
I would say it's to the helm.
Yeah.
Old?
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to take us up, or do you need
No,
a rest?
she's like
You know how many hours I've been flying now? I need to go and sleep.
yeah,
Yeah, I think
she's been flying close to 12 hours already.
I mean,
Oh,
I
okay,
could take
yeah.
I could take over on the helm.
We have Nor and Sun Fayun as well, so it's up to you guys.
Yeah, some phones pretty good on the helm. We want someone who's good at maneuvering.
True.
Before
there
I
is-
sleep, I will see if I can get divine intervention for advice specifically. And I will do it for an hour. I'll pray for an hour.
Okay.
You know, and I will basically ask Aravan for either a remedy or whether or not atonement would work. I'm just, consulting the gods as it were, but I'm asking for assistance. As a wording, I suppose.
You do not
Right.
get a direct response.
Yeah.
Okay, Braxton says, members of the company, I think we need to vote. Do we stay here overnight so all the spellcasters can have a sleep and regain their spells, or do we go straight up now?
I think we want to go as fast as possible before they can send the message to their ships.
Right,
Yes.
Yeah.
let's get going.
Levo agrees.
We need to rendezvous with the other part of our ship.
Yeah, it's on the Dwarven Citadel.
Oh, yeah.
Let alone if it's still intact.
Go ahead and bring you back to the sphere chart.
So it's on the Hisperas world.
Can we change up our spells?
Not yet.
Oh,
No, you haven't got to
sad
sleep.
face. I unticked my spells, damn it. I know vaguely what spells I cast anyway, so.
All right. So, who do you want on the helm? Nor or Sun Fayun?
I think Sunfion's faster, isn't he?
Yeah.
So I think we have to go with Sunfion.
Okay.
I think probably we should hold off on the invisibility until we see something,
All right.
because it only lasts so long.
Okay. All right. So, you have Sun Fayun take the helm, and he begins to take the ship straight up and out of the atmosphere. That is going to take. It'll take about 40 minutes,
Right.
I believe. Or did I make this planet smaller? Hold on. Need to double check. Uh, 30 minutes. My bad. Yeah, 30 minutes. All right. So, you are heading straight up. The weather is calm, so it's not going to take you extra time to escape. And as you are ascending, you do not see anything out of the
Yeah.
ordinary.
Yeah, Brax is going to have his spyglass.
All right.
He's
keeping-
going to, any spare crew on lookout duty, looking for anything, any directions.
Okay. All right. You do not see anything as you escape the gravity well of the planet. and you are able to begin to travel. So Hesperus is both on the inner chart and the outer chart. So Hesperus is down here, so you can just navigate to that.
We're on Telegram.
Yep, Talarn.
Right. So we get 4 of these per day, don't we?
5, but for now, just take them one at a time.
Okay. Because there's probably going to be people looking for us. Boom.
All right, so that will give the spellcasters enough time to have rested and get their spells back.
Mhm.
Okay.
Because there was time, like, settling everything, getting the helm swapped, reviewing the state of the ship. It took you a couple hours before you were ready to leave anyway, and the spellcasters were mostly sleeping during that. So,
Well, once Solas is up, he would cast the 2 mendings.
okay.
Leva will cast. How does that work?
Can you cast yet?
Well, once she let
24
just
hours,
said
isn't
that
it?
we.
Yeah, it's 24 hours. You need to. You can rememorize spells if you want, but you can't cast anything for another 12 hours.
Is
All
it
right.
is it 1 hit point per mending?
Yeah,
Yes.
1 whole point.
Okay, sorry, 1 whole point. Right.
Did we find any wood?
Back up to 13.
No.
No, we didn't have any wood.
Okay.
Would your wild space survival help us find wood on the way back?
We
Like
don't have
flotsam
time.
debris?
We don't have time to chop down trees and stuff.
No. Does it
need
have to be
go.
trees?
Once we
No.
get back to our ship, we've got
Wild-
plenty of wood.
Wild space survival allows him to like it doesn't make flotsam appear. If
No,
you
but would he
found
know where to
flotsam,
look for it?
well, the problem is that would be like going out of your way and stuff like that.
I just thought it'd be something.
Only if we find basically a shipwreck that takes us out of the spelljamming speed.
The main thing that wild space survival allows him to do is survive on less air and water than normal, and he has basic knowledge of like asteroids and how to survive on them if they have anything useful and stuff like that.
Does it allow the knowledge of what wild space creatures are edible?
Some of them, yeah. But in all cases, you have to encounter those things. It doesn't let you exactly find them. I mean, it would help you find them if you are like in a sphere and you're like right here, you're like, all right, which planet is most likely to have that kind of stuff around it, kind of thing. Then yeah, you could do that. It wouldn't allow you to just have stuff fall into your lap.
It's not quite the same as planetology or anything like that, is it?
No, but it does work on very small planetoids and stuff like that.
Yeah.
All right, so you begin to travel, so you can move another block.
Another square. Okay.
During the travel, Solas would talk with whatever the princess name was, and basically inquire about the history of the empire.
Alaro.
And explain that he is the priest of a god of knowledge, so he's always looking for new knowledge.
Okay, so you do get some historical background and stuff like that.
Yeah, I would write some notes.
Okay. As you are traveling away from Talarn, you do drop out of spelljamming speed, and you see a galleon in the distance.
We're gonna try and avoid it, I think.
Are you gonna cloak?
just check if it's what kind of galleon? Is it merchant or military galleon?
Yeah,
You'd have to get
Braxon have a
closer.
look through his spyglass.
You'd have to get closer.
Well, we're going to avoid it. We're going to pretend we haven't seen it.
That doesn't help me. That doesn't really answer my question as to what you're gonna do.
Okay. Let's go invisible.
Okay, and then you're gonna like
we've-
try to skirt around it and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, skirt around it.
That's what I wanted to know. Okay.
Sorry.
So once you do that, like, would that be a just immediately put it up as soon as you drop out of spell jamming speed?
Well, Braxon would look at something and try and work out if it's hostile, but pretty much, yeah.
At the
It's
distance
not
you're
immediately
at.
obvious.
It's not obvious, so we'll go invisible.
Okay. So you do skirt around it, and that does allow you to discover that that was in fact a Talongran war galleon. They appear to be searching for whatever caused them to drop out of spell jamming speed as you
Yeah.
escape them.
Okay.
Okay.
So next time that happens, we can't avoid it.
Well, it depends on when it happens.
Yeah.
So Lafdul, you want to cast some spells?
I would ask, I would go to lava. I don't know if the spell will work, but it might work. I will see if I can learn some history on the golem. Obviously, I require your permission since it is your golem.
So you want to cast the same thing that you cast on Alara?
Yeah, see if it's got any history.
Okay,
All right.
Yeah,
Go
I
ahead.
just cast this no history on the golem.
so well, wait a moment.
Once you
She
okay
I may have to warn the golem. You don't want it to attack you just because it
well,
doesn't
yeah,
know what you're doing.
That's why I went to
So
you first.
So she goes to Telex and says, Lafdul will cast some spells on you.
Understood.
Finn would also be interested in casting No Age on it.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yes,
that could
go
be
ahead.
useful.
Leva will be interested in that information too.
Did Lafdul took the amulet back?
Yeah, I would have taken the amulet back.
Dang it! Dang it! Dang it!
Telex, give the amulet back to Lafdul, please.
Understood. And it takes the amulet off and gives it back to Lafdul.
I'm guessing that amulet would have prevented the spells working.
It might have, yeah, it might have. All right, so what spell first?
Oh, wait. Telex, are you in any way armored or protected from having spells cast on you?
I am very resistant to many sorts of magic.
Do you know which ones in particular?
I could not tell you.
Okay. So, with that knowledge, go ahead.
Oh, yay.
Well, I guess No Age is the faster of the two, so
Yeah, mine takes a whole round to cast.
All right.
mine has a casting time of 1.
No Age does not give you any information.
Okay. Didn't work.
What a pity.
Yeah.
All right.
No
Lafdul?
history. cast.
No history does not give you any information.
Yeah, my spell didn't work either. Happy you could try brute forcing it, but you'd be there for a while.
What do you mean by brute forcing?
Casting it to get past its magic resistance. Like Higamus spells just didn't work on him
So you
sometimes.
do know that in general, golems, if this is in fact a golem, it tends to be a case where, like, and like your in-game knowledge is different than what I'm about to tell you, but I'm going to tell you in an out-of-game manner. Most golems, it's not so much like a percentage chance magic resistance kind of thing. It's more, they're affected by X, Y, and Z spells and nothing else.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
okay.
Isn't that written in the book? Or in
Yeah,
the
we had it in
books
the
that we have about the different types of golems?
Not really.
this.
The
Well,
book had information about what spells would work on the golems. Those books allowed you to create specifically.
Yeah,
another
every
shattered spell.
every golem is affected by different magic.
Yeah, this is different type of golem.
So this one is not affected by time sphere then.
All
Lever would go
divination.
and ask Solas whether his engineering knowledge would help here. She in particular would be interested to see whether there's any part of it that can be opened.
Engineering has
Couldn't-
nothing to do with magical construction.
Could you do like some? Sorry to interrupt you, but it's a contingent on what you're saying. Could you not do like a chemical analysis once you're back on the dolphin, like to see how old like a piece of him is, like referencing books or?
No.
We
you can't
don't have
do
carbon dating.
yeah, you don't have radiocarbon dating.
That's
Can
Tell us, what are you made of? Tell us,
Sorry,
he
what are you
separate
made
separate
of?
a piece of? Can he detach a piece of himself without causing damage that he could reattach again later?
No, he does not appear to be made in pieces.
Okay.
No,
It's,
Lever will ask him
yeah.
exactly what Finn just asked. Can you detach or open any part of you?
I cannot.
Solas asks out of curiosity, what do you know about your mistress?
I know that I was ordered to serve her.
Nothing else.
She is my mistress.
Lever still looks a bit puzzled.
I have 3 questions. I would like to try and cast Commune.
What's that?
I'm gonna ask Aravan for. I've only got like a handful of questions, so
Okay.
I'm just gonna those
I-
3 questions.
I do have a question for the golem.
All right.
Is it capable of drawing a picture?
I can create a diagram of certain things if you wish.
I was thinking more of a portrait.
I can create a diagram if you wish.
Oh, what type of diagram, Telux?
It depends on what you are asking me to diagram.
I was kind of hoping it could draw a picture of its creator, but it doesn't sound like it.
I mean,
Yes.
you
Could,
could
Talux,
ask
could
it
you-
to do that anyway and see what it comes up.
Telux, can you draw or paint a portrait? A picture, a diagram of your creator.
It holds out its hands for some implements.
Lever falls over herself in a hurry to get the stuff.
Before Leva can leave, Solas takes out a piece of paper and charcoal.
And hand it to him.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay. It takes the paper and the charcoal and begins to draw various lines. When it is done, it hands it back to you, and Solas, you and Leva can be looking at it, and Finn too. It is basically a very loose outline of a humanoid figure with a precise height, an estimated weight, and some other features like hair color and stuff like that.
No mention of the race.
We should
It
be able
is
to
human.
see it.
It is human.
Human.
But there's no
Yeah,
like
do you-
facial details or anything like that.
Oh, it's
Right.
human.
Human.
Could it be an elf?
Oh, could it be a what?
Could it be elf?
The height is the height and weight are too much for a typical elf, so it is very unlikely.
It
Okay.
might not be able to make that distinction now, so.
Leva, what do you remember of your former master?
Oh, that would be hilarious.
My former master was a human. And just a second. There are ways of figuring out what she remembers. He was a human academic who was dabbling in all sorts of not quite legal things. And he actually stole, or at least Leva thinks that he stole a little statuette that he thought nobody would miss. The diagram, the picture that Talux drew, is that more of a male or of a female?
It's a male.
The
It's a
weight
male.
definitely a male?
Yeah. It's drawn like an outline of the figure, and it's definitely a male human outline as opposed to like a male elf or female or something like that. So.
Could it be the outline of Thoriax?
Yes, but it could also be an outline of Braxon or Ockar or Finn. Like the outline is just human male as opposed to something else.
Yes, but I mean, I would think that, for example, Braxon would weigh different to
Sure.
let's say,
Those details are
Ockar.
different. Those details are different, yes. But the outline is human male.
Mm-hmm.
So I was wondering if the hair color matched.
Yes, but Thoriax. What color hair did Thoriax have? Like
Gray.
gray? Yeah. So.
Oh, well, that doesn't help.
As Leva remembers, he had gray hair.
Yeah.
So he was old.
Oh,
Yes.
speaking of gray hair, Solas here, and I hand him a sap of the eldest tree.
Oh, thank you. Solas drinks it.
The freeze is aging.
Yep. Since I had a couple more.
Delicious maple flavor. Actually, it's not maple.
Solas
It's
is
oak.
very thankful for it.
So
I need to see if that works on pancakes.
that slows aging, or does it stop aging for a time?
He doesn't age for the next 10 years.
Okay. So make a note of that, Solas.
How does that affect magical aging?
You can still be magically aged. You just won't physically age from the passage of time.
Okay.
Question?
Mm-hmm.
From could this golem or whatever this metal thing is, could it have been created by based on a little statuette, or could a statuette be the base of it?
It certainly could be. You wanna take some time to think back about your time with Thoriax?
Well, she did notice that he sometimes came home with little statuettes.
Mm-hmm.
That's where my question comes from.
Okay. All right. So you need to like. I'll say that take a whole day to kind of like go through your memories and stuff like that, and cause things to jog your memory and things like that, and see if there's anything that pops in.
Mm-hmm.
So after a day of travel, we'll see if anything has come up. How's that?
Yes. Okay.
Okay. All right, Lafdul, you ready to cast your commune?
Yeah. I'm just. I don't have a question now, but that might change in a moment.
Okay.
You don't necessarily need to have all the questions.
No, but if you're casting a spell and you can think of something, you might as well.
Yeah,
I mean,
if something pops into mind, I can ask it because it's just the last one. Just kind of like freeballing the last one. I will just clean it up.
Freeballing the last one, basically elaborate on this, if you can.
I think that's right.
Can't ask them to elaborate on something, but you can ask for a, like, if there's something that is yes no and you got a yes, then you can ask for further, you can ask a further yes no kind of thing. Or if it's a no, you can ask a further yes no. All right. Okay, there is no.
I also cannot remember the last time I cast Commune, but I noticed when I entered this sphere, I believe
It's
it's
way
been
over a
about a
month.
month.
Way over.
All right, that's good then.
Yeah.
My commune was when we were coming to Talarn, and that's about half month now with the time we spent in the world, I think, or a bit less.
Oh no, you were only there for like a
I
week.
will rephrase
A little bit
the
over.
first question. I will say blood family or blood relative.
All right. Well, I'm gonna have you speak them out to me anyway. So.
Oh.
All right. First question.
Was the golem? It is Talix, right?
Talix, yes.
Was the golem Talix tasked by Leva's blood-related family to serve her?
I don't know.
Was this girl? Was this golem Talix tasked by a friend of Leva's family to serve her?
I don't know.
Will the spell Atonement allow me to remove Alor Talingrad's gears?
No.
Do we currently possess the capability to remove the gears?
There's a you get the sense of amusement, and you get the response, the geas only applies in the prison.
All right, Lafdul's like it's a very perplexed look at one point. But that's enlightening. All right, was the golem Talix created in the past 100 years?
I don't know.
I'm not even gonna ask this one. Was the golem Talix created by Leva's human master?
I don't know.
The question how many of us, well actually no, the way Finn rewrote it, who amongst us had met the golem's creator?
I don't know.
I don't have any other questions, I don't think.
If anyone else has a follow-up, I'm okay with them making a suggestion out of game kind of thing. These kinds of things are party basis. It doesn't have to be unless Lafdul was like alone and needed
No,
to
I would
cast
have
it, so.
discussed it. I would
Right,
have said I would have been asking Aravan for some.
So you actually have 2 questions available.
Yeah.
How about something like, is the golem's master still or creator still alive?
Yeah, I asked that I asked that if it's still alive.
I don't know.
Yeah, I have a feeling it's well, it's a good question. So
I think the golem is not important enough for your God and its servants.
Not necessarily important enough, but keep in mind that very few deities are omniscient.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and the more powerful they are, the better the odds, probably.
The only thing
Except-
the only thing I could think of is a joke question.
Patar would know
What
the
is the answer to life, the universe, and everything?
An introspectual question.
I suppose if Braxon was asked, he'd say, has the golem been sent by someone that's got bad intentions towards us?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay.
That answers the questions.
Let
We
me
learned some
let me
things, I
send
guess.
you something. Lafdul, give me just a second.
That was a load of I don't know. You're
Yeah.
not guessing the heads.
Yeah.
I don't know. Vibe.
Okay, I sent you something, Lafdul. You can share that or not if you want. It's up to you.
Was that a freebie?
That's a freebie. Yeah, that's a freebie.
Was that a freebie that Aravan just told me?
Yes.
I would say that Aravan did answer that question, even though I didn't specifically ask it. He gave me some advice, though. I'm not going to share that advice, though.
Okay.
Did Erevan tell you not to eat yellow snow?
That was not the question that was posed. That had nothing to do with the question posed. All right, so that was your commune. And you guys can continue on unless you want to do something else before doing so.
I think
I
this
think
day Solas is just asking, talking with Alaro about the Talaringran Empire's history.
Okay.
And
All right.
about his life.
Yep, he is more than
that's
happy
the point.
to talk to you about it, and you would definitely pick up that like he's able to use his own name and stuff like that.
I will notify rest of the party.
Yeah, I
in the
mentioned
dinner.
that about Aravan gave me a very specific response. This is not while he was in the prison.
So you'd realize that however that Geas was phrased, it was like, within these walls, you cannot reveal your name. Whether that was intentional or just inadvertent based on how it was worded, there's no way for you to know. But, yeah,
They
it
probably
doesn't...
did it. They probably did it that way so that he couldn't tell the guards who he really was, and a sympathetic guard might let him out.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah,
So
I mean,
for all we know, no one in the prison except maybe the warden knows who he really was.
I mean, the warden might not know even.
Maybe.
Unless warden was the one who went through his personal stuff. Since I think the signet ring is pretty obvious, Mark.
All right.
Well, it seemed like they never really checked that stuff, which is why I said maybe only the warden knows, because he probably knows what was in that box, but I doubt they regularly check those.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
at this point, it's hard to say.
I mean, we don't really need to think too hard about it now. The guy's saved. We can just go on home and finish this quest and figure out and continue on our way back to Brawl.
Yep.
We've done everything we were told to do.
Well,
Lafdul, real fast. Lafdul, can you also give me a spellcraft check?
An open one or
Yeah, open one's fine. All right, so you don't think that atonement would get rid of Aegeus anyway.
Get rid of
And
Request, but Guess is a wizard spell.
yeah, remove curse and dispel magic. You'd also realize do not work against Giases either.
I think Restoration's outside of my purview to know, anyway.
Yeah, besides atonement is mostly for when you are seeking pardon for crime against faith
So
or lost favor.
ultimately, like, you're at this point, you don't know whether the Gias is actually still in effect or not. Like, having gotten him out of the prison, did that break it? You don't know. Can there be other effects in the future? You don't know.
I mean,
But at this point, you'll probably have to let the elves deal with that.
yeah, I mean, just inform the elves, and they should have the capabilities to deal with it.
All right. Braxon, you want to go ahead and move the ship?
Yeah. Yeah, will do. Okay.
These are 1 days that are passing, right?
No,
these are a fifth of a day each.
Yeah.
Oh.
A little bit over 4 hours. Okay, that is uneventful.
So, as Braxon pops into your meetings to discover what's going on with this golem and everything, and you was talking about all that stuff, he'll say, "Well, there's one other thing other than us going straight back home, and that is somebody that knows Lever left that golem for her here. So you might want to investigate that before we leave the sphere. But I'll leave that up to Lever to talk to you about, because I need to keep an eye out for enemy ships. We've already had one, and we've used up our invisibility for the day.
All right. So you can go ahead and move the ship again. All right, and that is uneventful, and you can move one more.
One more.
Yep.
Right.
That'll wrap up a full day of travel.
Yep.
So where's our destination?
Hesperus.
Our rest of our ship is there.
Gotcha.
Yeah. We're going to go in the ring and
And then
hang
if we
out.
get to the ship, we have to travel even further to get to where the Elven Navy is.
Yep.
Yeah, they're further out.
Okay, so the day will come to an end. You guys would probably be spellcasters could rest and regain spells or change up their spells if you want, or you can keep going.
We can keep going.
Changing my spells slightly, but I'll spell that.
Yeah, so
when it's a Solas shift, Solas would cast a second set of mendings. So 2 more hull points.
Okay.
you already did that, didn't you? Oh, right. So this is for the next day.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Okay.
And I think I can cast 1 more on the ship. And then it's on the 15.
Well, 2 more will take up to 15. It's on 13 at the moment. Did that?
No. He cast 1, and he originally said that it was gonna restore a hull point, but then decided to repair the rigging instead.
I took that off, and then he did 2 this morning.
Did you do
We
2
took
this
it
morning?
from 11 to 13.
No, we were 10. Weren't we on 10?
When we
originally?
were
think we're on
on
11.
the world, I
We were-
changed it from 11 to 12,
We
and then you
started
said,
at 11.
and then
Okay.
I changed it from 11 to 12, and then when you said it was on the rigging, I put it back down to 11, and you said you did 2 mending, so I've put up to 13.
So this would get us then to the 15.
Okay.
Yeah, 2 more gets us to 15. Was the rigging fix part of the limit, or is that separate?
No, that's
It's
separate.
separate.
That's not the hull.
Okay. All right. Cool.
All right. So you can keep going then.
Yep.
During the second day, if Leva is okay with Solas, would inquire the golems about what diagrams he knows.
Yeah, Leva is fine with that.
What diagrams do you wish me to draw?
That's the
Uh,
that's the response he gave last time too.
Do you know diagrams of any machines?
What machine would you like me to draw?
Out of interest, Solas gives it paper and charcoal and asks it to draw a siege weapon like a catapult.
Okay. You get a very basic drawing of a catapult. It is not good enough for you to be able to build a new catapult out of it, based on that.
Sad.
Leva turns around to Talux and says, give me a list of diagrams that you could draw.
What would you like me to draw?
Give me a list of known diagrams.
What would you like me to draw? Boy, it's
pity.
almost as if he can't respond to a question like that.
Yes, I see.
Well, Solas is a bit disappointed and goes back to keeping company to the prince if he wants.
Yeah, he's happy to have some company.
Oh, this guy's
What
proving
is he of-
this guy's proving to be just as useful as C-3PO as well.
Is this half-elf guy, is he of the Herculean faith, the Greek pantheon, or?
He worships deities that you are not terribly familiar with.
Oh, fair enough.
It would actually be a modification of the Roman version of the pantheon.
I have an idea. Could we ask the
Ooh.
golem if it can draw a star chart?
Okay,
Ooh.
let's just ask it to draw a stat. What? What was that?
Star chart.
Yes. Tell it to draw one. You should not ask it whether it can, just tell it to draw one.
Okay, so I'll ask it to.
What star chart would you like me to draw?
How about you start with this sphere?
I do not know the sphere well enough to draw a star chart for it.
Ah,
How about the
See if we
sphere
can-
where you were created?
I cannot draw that sphere.
Okay, then.
wait. There was a difference in that response. You cannot draw. Can you not draw, or are you not allowed to draw?
I cannot draw that sphere.
But your knowledge is enough to draw it.
I cannot draw that sphere.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
You were struck by lightning, I asked Talux. Is that how often are you required to be powered? I assume that's how you're powered. You require that sustenance. I mean.
I
don't
am
know if I
currently powered for 49 weeks.
Oh,
What happens after 49 weeks?
I will need more power.
What type of power?
Lightning.
Okay.
you can supply that, can't you? You know lightning bolt. Oh, clarification maybe.
Are you asking Talix a question, or are you asking...
Sort of both, if he
Leva
wants to
question.
answer himself.
You have not directly asked him a question.
Alex, can you be powered by spell created lightning, or does it have to be natural?
Any lightning will do.
Oh, there you go. Lightning bolt your way, heart's content away, I guess. Can you be overcharged?
I cannot.
Oh, that's good.
Hmm.
Good to roll that one
Solas?
out.
You have lightning spells, don't you, Solas?
I thought you did, Leva.
No, Leva doesn't.
Yeah, Solas knows lightning spells.
It would
You.
be interesting to do a test, but maybe not on the ship.
Here's a question for the DM, even though it's sort of like asking the golem. Can we ask the golem when we need to charge it? Or do we have to keep track of it?
If you
No.
want to ask the golem a question along those lines, go ahead.
Well, no, it's sort of like a question to you. Like, is this something we
If,
need to keep track of?
Solas gives a
No, I'll keep
suggestion
track
that
of
Solas gives suggestion to Leva that tell Talux to tell you when its power is low. For example, when it's 1 week left.
Yeah, she was going to do that anyway.
I do not like
Talux.
getting that low.
Well,
If necessary,
Talux.
I have found that insulting wizards who specialize in lightning is a great way of recharging.
Talux, you will tell us when you are starting to realize that you need more power.
I will tell you when I need more power.
Okay.
Not
that's all.
100%. I need more power. I need more power. No. What the hell? I wasn't expecting us to
Finn.
have an automaton.
Finn. Oh, can you not answer?
Yes.
I don't know any of those star systems. So, can you ask the golem to draw some more?
Well, I guess we could try brawl space.
Yes.
Do you want to ask that?
Yes.
What about Falk Space?
All right. It holds out its hand for a sheet of paper.
I actually have some, so I will give him one.
Okay. And some charcoal.
That
use
I
ink?
don't have.
Or some
Is it
other writing implement.
I've got charcoal or chalk, but I assume it's going to use it all up, so...
No, it's not going to use it all up.
I got charcoal or chalk, or ink,
Chalk
I
wouldn't
guess.
work on paper.
Alright, charcoal.
I actually
let's see
have
that.
parchment, not paper.
That's it. 6 of one, half dozen of the other, except for the price.
Yep.
All right. So it takes your parchment and Lafdul's charcoal, and it draws out a very precise diagram of the sphere.
Nice.
It is not
Ooh.
exactly a star chart. Star charts have a lot of additional information on it. It is basically just an indication of where the planets are and how far they are from the primary.
Mm.
Does that look like an old reference? Could you take that to like a person who knows studies star charts, and if they could ascertain when the stars were aligned this way?
No, because their positions are not like they're
There's no way
it's a
to track this
diagram
then.
of the planets. It's not a diagram of the stars in the sphere, which are generally only needed for finding portals.
So is it not showing the exact position of the planets, but rather what orbits they have?
Yes. Which is, to be fair, what a star chart would do, because the planets move, generally.
Hey, Ockar.
Yeah.
Huh? Yeah.
Obviously, this I'm going to make a suggestion on your part, but can you see if the golem can use your spear?
Why?
just to see if he can use a weapon.
But why spear?
Ask it.
Why the
Tell it.
spear
Can you use a
specifically?
weapon?
Because it's a really big weapon. A golem's really big.
Tell us.
Is he really big?
Tell it. Tell us. Can you use a weapon?
So, real fast, let me answer the size question first because that's a little bit more relevant. He is exactly 6 feet tall.
Yeah.
So he's an inch shorter than me.
Yes.
All right. I just assumed that a spear would be much more suitable than a short sword. I'm just, a type of weapon.
But you weren't
still
there. He
taller than
already said
Braxon.
that he was not he was not that strong.
Yeah, that's true.
He will tell you if asked. Yes, I am capable of using a weapon, but I am not skilled at it.
Are there any weapons you are skilled at?
If need be, I can defend myself.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
How are you repaired?
Electricity will repair me.
So we just gotta shock him if he takes damage. Gotcha.
Well, I've got an emergency recharge. Solas has got emergency recharges. And
We
regular
need a
recharges.
special room where it stands, and we just throw lightning spells at it.
Depending on the weather, I can help recharge it.
Yeah, I think yours would be the most efficient method, I guess.
All right. So after you've been talking to Talix for a while and interrogating him, the ship can move another block.
Another block. Cool.
Mm-hmm.
Right. This is the last one before we start moving diagonally.
Okay. All right. Any other questions that you have for Talix?
There was one question that was posed to our group chat that could be asked. But I don't want to ask instead of them.
Nah, you go ahead. Solas is mostly focused with Alaro.
Do you know Kryn Space? I asked to get them.
I do not.
Oh. Do you know Realm Space?
I am aware of it.
Oh, yeah.
Could you draw a diagram of realm space?
I only passed through it.
Could you draw a
Ooh.
diagram of Crim space? Queen space?
I do not know it.
Okay.
So it can only draw ones where it's spent some time then.
Yes,
Yeah,
but
we
it's
just-
interesting that it is quite open about not knowing those spaces, but it won't actually draw the one its own home space.
Might not
That
know
there's
the
quite
home
a
space.
different response to that. The space where it comes from.
I've a super metagame question for Lava.
Hmm?
Can you configure the Guildum to not attack party members?
She already
with
did.
its- Alright.
She turns
was
around to
AoE.
Talek and says, "Do not attack any of the people present here, under any circumstances." Well, mostly.
Unless ordered by you.
Yes, unless ordered by me.
Understood.
And please respond to all questions by them too. Otherwise, I need to be here all the time.
Understood. I do enjoy talking.
Oh, feel free.
Oh.
Feel free to move around and talk to the people.
Understood.
Braxton's going to swing through and say to the golem, "Say, is your eyesight any good for looking into deep space?"
I am no more skilled at vision than you are.
Okay, thank you.
How do you have a recollection of how long time, the recollection of the passage of time?
I am aware of time passing, yes.
Are you able to remember it exactly?
I am able to remember things that were important.
Yeah, that was
That's
a
not the same.
segue. I was like, well, were you created?
Do you know how old you are?
I do not.
You already answered that anyway. That's a stupid.
Do you know who the current ruler is? Your earliest memory of the current rule of. Let me rephrase it. What was the name of the oldest ruler of the Stalingrad Empire that you can remember?
I have only been on Talarn for a year.
Oh,
Oh, so Leva searches for Alaro and asks him who served the food in the past, since this golem seems to have been only there for 1 year.
I do not know.
Oh
that
no,
was
she's
to the
going. She's actually
thingy.
going to look for Alaro and ask him.
Alaro will tell you that different guards would come by, and they were not at all talkative. It was a genuine blessing when Talux appeared and began serving them. None of them were knew where he came from. They just as far as he knows, as far as he assumed, and as far as he knows, everyone, all the other prisoners, just assumed that someone in the Talon Empire created him. He isn't like many golems. Like he's somewhat familiar with the existence of golems as guardians and stuff like that, and so he was kind of wondering if this was like a failed golem or something like that, because he's smaller than other golems that he's heard about, and things like that. So it was like his assumption or thought was like some wizard was trying to make a golem, didn't turn out the way that he wanted, and it was like, oh, just go have him work over there, kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of amazing, actually, that the prison staff just let him in and do his thing.
Well, Leva returns to Talux and says, "How did you get into the prison?"
I informed them that I would serve them.
And nobody questioned?
There were many questions. I could not answer them.
Okay.
Would
And
you like this AI
they
to
just
take
let you
over?
in with
They-
the
They watched me for a time.
This gives Solas an idea how to talk with Elven Imperial Navy about how to infiltrate secret places.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but golems are extraordinarily expensive to create.
Yeah,
How
but places like the laboratory where they make the drug, that would be extremely valuable target for infiltration.
That's the question. Do you know how the drug that was making elves fall asleep on the Stalingrad Empire work? Do you know where it was created? Do you know how it works? Just general questions about the drug. See if it has any knowledge.
He
You
has
are-
no knowledge whatsoever. He is not even aware of its existence.
Okay.
Talux, who brought you here?
I got a ride on a spelljamming vessel that put in at the Talon Grand Empire, and then I walked.
What was the ship design?
It was like this one, but larger.
Mm.
Hmm. And where were you before?
What, a whale ship?
No, you're on the shuttle.
Hmm.
Oh, the dolphin.
You're on the
I had
dolphin
the
shuttle.
hilt.
The hilt.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
We're
Yeah,
on.
not with
Oh,
the
so a
dolphin yet.
galleon.
We're on the hilt, not the blade.
Yeah,
Or
because the
some
hilt
sort
looks
of
like a galleon,
larger,
doesn't
some
it?
sort of larger sailing vessel,
Yeah.
essentially.
Yeah.
Yeah, the hilt
And-
looks a little bit like a galleon.
And what did you do before that?
I worked my way to the planet Talarn.
And where did you start?
I do not know.
So what is the first planet that you remember?
I do not know.
Were your memories erased at any point?
I do not know.
I just.
Well, he wouldn't, would he?
Yeah, I know, but
Can you
sometimes you can
erase?
ask. 'cause-
Can you erase a person as a golem's memories?
Actually, we compare our time and date. What's the earliest time and date that you can recall? And we try and compare notes.
Okay.
This is our current date and year.
It is extremely difficult to get that sort of information because you quickly
hear another way,
realize that you need to ask him in such a way that you already need to kind of know what he's going to say first, or at least have an idea. Like, you can't say, "What planet did you come from?" before that. You need to ask him, "Did you come from this planet?"
10 years ago.
Yeah.
So right, but my point is that for this kind of information, you need to ask him, like, you can't say, "What planet did you come from before Talarn?" and he'd be like, Hesperus. He won't answer that. If you said to him, "Did you come from Hesperus before Talarn?" he would say yes or no.
Hmm.
Did you come from Brawl?
No.
Have you been in Brawl?
Yes.
Yeah, someone on Brawl might remember him.
Poof, poof, poof.
I have people that, well, are good at finding out things.
Let me have a look.
You can move the ship another block, by the way, Braxon.
Side note, if
Thank
these
you.
Stalingrad Empire are really...
Right. Going diagonally now, if that's okay.
Sounds good.
Telux, have you been to Prime Space?
I do not know.
Mm-hmm.
It's a shame we don't have an overview of the other map.
Has he been to Brawl Space?
Yeah, it's been to Brawl.
He's been to Brawl.
Could say like tier space, winter space, and stuff like that. But
I have no names.
So,
what's connected to Realm and...
Braxon, you're generally being on watch, right?
Yeah.
Okay. At this point, Nor's back on the helm because it's the second day, and Nor will call up to you as the ship shutters, and he says, "Captain, something's wrong with the helm. It's not responding properly."
Right. He's gonna call out battle stations just in case, and he's gonna get down to the helm room.
And
Ah,
I'm not
Lafdul's getting...
I'm not feeling so well. Something very strange is going on.
Do we drop out from the spelljamming speed?
we're close enough.
Is it Sargasso? Try reversing.
So the a moment later, the ship comes to a complete stop, and Braxon, give me a wild space survival check.
Okay. Wild space survival check. I hope this works. I have to spend 2 slots on it.
That sounds a success right there.
Yep.
Right in the dot.
Yeah.
And yes, you have heard stories of this, and exactly what Nora is saying. It is a Sargasso. You immediately re-emphasize reverse.
Yeah, reverse.
A moment later, the ship shudders again, and it does begin to reverse. And then powers out. But the ship is drifting.
Yeah.
It's moving.
Eventually.
Talix is
do we
also
have any...
Talix is also not responding to anything anymore.
Do we have anything we can use as oars?
Sure.
This is a normal sailing ship also, so yes.
Yeah. Braxon's going to yell out, we've just entered a Sargasso. Anyone grab anything you can try to row with and try rowing backwards.
All right.
You never know, it might work.
The ship would have some oars that are primarily used for like very tight navigation in water normally, like if you're coming into a very tight dock kind of thing.
Yeah.
And some of the crew get them out and begin to row backwards. And it takes a good 20 minutes, but Nor will call up and indicate that the helm is coming back to life. You feel the shudder of the ship as it does so.
Okay. Does that mean we're sort of reversing back into the square we just come out of?
No, because this happened during this day. It's not taking up the whole square, as far as you know. At least, I mean, like, traveling through the square is like 4 to 5 hours of time, so...
Yeah.
But you do manage to get out of it. It is going to take it's going to add extra hours to the trip to get around this, because you have to very, very carefully navigate around it.
Yeah. We can't afford to fly in it again.
Right. So it takes
Question?
time. Yep.
What is the Sargasso?
It's a magic dead area.
Okay.
Ah.
Thank you.
So it's one of the worst things we could have run into.
So, Braxon, you can see that there does appear to be some wreckage well within the Sargasso as you are navigating around. It's difficult to make out what it is. Probably a couple ships.
Braxton's going to say to the spellcasters, have you got any expendable things that we can use to probe? I'm wondering if we got like rocks with light spells put on them.
So
if it's a magic dead zone, if it's magic dead zone, then that spell would cease to function when it's entering the zone.
Exactly. So we could throw things with a light spell in front of us to try and test that we're going the right way.
So when you're moving the ship at there's a sensation now that like you've heard about this, and with that perfect wild space survival roll, you know what people have described. You've never experienced it yourself, obviously, but you know what to describe. It is a feeling that if you're traveling slowly and probing the edge, you can feel when you're getting close to it. The problem is that when you're traveling at spelljamming speed, that feeling passes so fast that you're in the Sargasso before you can react generally.
Okay, so basically we need Nor to travel at tactical speed while we get around this thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's going to take hours.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, you can still use the other things, but there is a sensation, and having gotten out of it, Nor is now familiar enough that traveling around it carefully.
How big are sargassos?
They can be anything from like
Days worth of travel, hours.
they can be basically anything. They could be just
I was
like
wondering if we could just like kick this stuff and just wait for it on the other side of the sargasso.
well, the problem is that the stuff inside the Sargasso is like at drifting speeds. It is hours in there.
Also, Dead Magic Zone is not very nice place for spellcasters.
Yeah, I was just wondering if we could just like catapult some of the debris and hope it ends up at the other end. It might get destroyed, but yeah.
Chances are you'd just be smashing it apart as opposed to kicking it out.
Yeah.
And you'd still have to wait a long time on the other side. Once you get out of the Sargasso, Talix does come back. He does not seem to have any realization that anything happened.
Thank you.
How was your nap? I'll have to all do a prayer for those that died a terrible death in the Sargasso, because it seems awful.
Solas will also pray for the souls of the unfortunate.
Braxon.
So it takes about 4 hours to get around it, and it's many miles across. Like it might be the size of a size B planet or something like that.
Right.
You obviously have not like mapped out its specific size. You have no idea if it moves, whether it is orbiting, moving randomly, fixed in space. None of that. You don't know.
Solas makes suggestion to Braxon and what was our navigator's name? Glau.
Glau is not on your ship.
For Braxon to make a note where it is and possibly give the information to elves.
Just time away distance from here to there, where we approximately think it is.
Yeah.
Well, we know what square it is in.
Well,
yeah, but that's metagaming.
Do you have wild space navigation?
No, I've got floods and navigation, I think.
Okay.
Hang on.
I will allow you to roll that with a very big penalty to see if you can accurately position it. You can still tell them. It's just that it's gonna be okay. Nope.
All right. That's without a penalty added.
Yeah. So that's a failure. What that will be is
this many days out past.
Yeah. Like you can give time and between Talarn and Hesperus, but any sort of accurate positioning would need probing by a ship at this point with someone with
but even
navigation.
the rough place will be ample warning.
The question was down to whether you could give a precise location or a general location. You can just give a general location.
Yeah.
I think we should tell the dwarves about it also.
Yeah.
We didn't by chance see any like nameplate of any like destroyed ship or anything. We weren't that close.
No, and the fact that you could see anything at all indicates that there is significant accumulation of stuff in there.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't think we saw the debris until after we hit the Sargasso.
Right, and it was far enough away that itself did not cause you to drop out of spelljamming speed. What it is it's still like and it's not just ships. There's like bits of comet in there. There's bits of space weed, stuff like that.
I think probably the worst thing is there's probably scavers in there trying to eat stuff.
Yes.
You need some kind of natural ability to fly.
Yep. Scavers
we should probably tell the Elven Navy about this as well.
Yeah, we will. We'll tell everyone.
They have missing ships, and wow, they can look.
That and it could potentially be a tactical advantage for them.
Oh yeah, if they ever get into combat, load them around.
All right. But after about 4 hours, you can continue on your way.
Okie dokie.
So 1 square less for today.
Yep.
How many? Is it 2 days we've been so far?
It's 5 squares per day in the inner sphere.
Yeah.
So this is on the second day.
Yeah.
Mm.
And that is uneventful.
Okay. Braxon will say well done to Nor.
And that'll
Despite
wrap
that.
up your second day with that because of the extra time.
Yeah. Yeah, say to Nor, you saved our lives figuring that out.
Well, I had no idea it was a Sargasso until you said something.
Yeah.
I
Now
was
you
just
know
on the
now.
helm, but you're the one that told me to reverse.
Yep, that's true. But if you hadn't have spotted something was unusual and you'd have just pushed ahead, we'd be dead. Well, wouldn't be dead, but we might be trapped in that thing for months.
Well, the ship definitely, like, it dropped down to the speed altered.
Yeah.
So you guys would have felt something was up anyway.
Yeah.
But him mentioning that he was feeling like sick or queasy or something like that was what triggered it for you that it was a Sargasso.
Yeah.
How old's Nor now?
I would have to go back.
22, something?
I would have to go back and look. And he hasn't been hasted, I don't think. Let's see.
He was fairly young at the time because he was like a spraying apprentice.
I mean, he'd be about 28 now, actually.
What level is he? 4 still.
Yeah,
Must
but
be, like, close
after
to
this,
5.
he should be advancing a level as should Nemariel, because their levels are tied to yours.
Hey, they can cast fireballs, and well, I'm not saying fireballs, but you know, that
I
level
mean,
of magic.
except for the fact that they stay on the helm all the time. So,
Yeah.
all right. So Braxon, you can continue on.
Okay.
All right, and the trip continues to be uneventful. Anything
That's good.
anyone has that they want to do?
There's a whole load of nothing, unfortunately.
Solas will continue basically socializing with the Alaro.
I would have gone through the broken glass crate and just seeing if anything was salvageable, because I'm just going to be bored out of my mind.
Hang on. Can you use the mending spell to mend the broken glass?
Well, I'm seeing if anything is salvageable, like anything, because I'm spending hours going through the entire thing.
Most of it was shattered, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, mending could fix them, but you're fixing one piece at a time.
Yeah, that's fine. Any mending
No,
spell is less money we
spell-
have to pay off.
You got the spell components for Solas?
And I
do
mean,
have
you're
spell
talking
components,
like
but,
100 mending spells to get the crate back, kind of thing.
Fair
Mhm.
enough.
You just don't have the time, really, and probably don't have the material components.
not for
True.
that many.
All right, you can keep on moving.
Okay. Ping.
But they were quite fancy glassware.
Oh yeah,
Did they green glassware, crystal?
it was crystal, it was clear, but it was very well made, very fancy,
Silica.
very fine, very fragile.
Yeah,
If
we
it
should
wasn't
have.
so fragile and such, Solas might fix few of them for the officers, but nah.
Well, it's not our stuff. Well, I guess it might
Yeah,
be.
no,
our
we can
stuff,
just
'cause
Oh, it's your stuff
buy-
now.
we might have to buy it.
It's your stuff now. Yeah.
Mhm.
You paid a down
We
payment. You
bought it.
you
now.
said that you'd pay for it if there was a loss, like if you had to toss it overboard or something like that.
Yeah.
The fun thing
Anyone
is
need
that this
broken
was
glass?
all random. Like, I rolled for the weather when you got there.
We can sell these things of souvenirs of the liberation of this crystal sphere.
I don't know if anyone's familiar with glass working in real life, but you can't salvage. Can you salvage glass? Can you recycle it?
Yeah, you can recycle
You
it.
can recycle
You
glass,
just remelt it and
Yeah.
reforge
Yeah.
it.
but you
Yeah.
have to basically usually use the same kind of glass.
Yeah, I mean, if enough of the original materials here, then you could potentially.
I mean, if we keep them, someone might take glass blowing at some point, and
Yeah, no, that's not for me. That's like 2 proficiency points, and it's a wizard one, so that'd be 3 for me. So that ain't happening.
All right, so you can advance another block.
Okay, almost there.
Although I really want to do like glass stained windows. Can I do gem stained windows? Gem cut.
You can do gem cut windows, yes, but you'd have to get
that'll work.
very specific gems of appropriate sizes and stuff like that.
Yeah, like
and
clear
it would
ones
be
like
quite
moonstone and
expensive.
that.
Very
Sure.
expensive. Very, very expensive.
But it's kind of like a labor lot. If you do it as like a hobby, you get like pieces here and there.
All right, as you approach Hesperus, you do have to fend off a small group of gray scavers, but at this point, it's no trouble.
Are they the edible ones?
for you? They're edible. They just don't taste good.
The grey. What ones is Finn allergic to? The brown ones, or is it grey?
Oh, he's allergic to all of them.
Oh,
Right, Finn?
alright.
I don't think Finn specified a particular type that he was allergic to. I think he just said all of like scavers in general.
He's AFK at the moment.
Yeah,
He's
well, somebody gets back.
running away from the scavers.
He is.
Maybe he's barbecuing scavers. He's always barbecuing something.
But it's no trouble, and it's mostly fending them off, basically making it clear that this is not an easy meal location kind of thing.
Okay.
And around close to the end of the day, you will arrive back at Hesperus, locate the Dwarven Citadel that you left your ship at, and get back. And yeah, he has just confirmed that it's all scavers. So, boy, when I put you through the survival test where the only meat around is scaver meat, boy, that's gonna be fun. See what you end up doing with that. No, I'm just kidding.
Well, thankfully, if Solas has access to spells, he can always create his own food.
Yeah, unless you get stuck in a Sargasso.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
You get stuck in a Sargasso and the only thing you can eat is the scavers that come to try and eat you. Then you need to be able to eat scavers.
So you signal the Citadel as you are coming in, and dock up with your with the Battle Dolphin. The Battle Dolphin itself is down 3 hull points. It looks like they did have to fend off an attack. They joined in fighting off a pirate attack.
Let me deal with that. 67.
Yeah, but it was not significantly dangerous. They just took a couple ballista hits kind of thing.
Okay.
Anything
So-
that mending could fix?
Yes.
I have one ship, but I'll deal with that
Well,
one.
I'll fix
Rather
one hull point with mending that I have memorized.
Okay.
Woohoo! Since this is the 3rd day.
And Lafdul, do you want to use Shapewood on the shuttle?
I'll do it at Brax's discretion.
I think shuttle is in the worst condition.
Yeah, we got the wood back.
I'm trying to think what the percent. It was 100. I've got 10% to fail. I think.
I believe it is.
Finn is automatically 2 at this point.
I think it's 90 plus 10% per level. 90% plus 10% per level.
Wizard spellbook, not wizard druid. I'll roll, but yeah.
We've
Just in
got
case it's...
we've got 42 whole points.
Yeah, I got 2.
Yeah, that'll be 2.
2
2 whole points
on the
restored.
shuttle.
Yeah, to the
And
shuttle.
2 wood.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah, so it was 1 from me to Dolphin and 2 from Lafdul to the shuttle.
Yeah, I already did the one to the dolphin that you did.
Yeah, you can do a mending for 1 more hull point on the battle dolphin as well.
Well, I'll do it next day.
Okay.
Okay.
Finn, do you still have a shape wood memorized, or did you not memorize one? If you're back, he's typing.
So basically, at the moment, we're 3 hull points down on the shuttle. They need to be Shapewoods, and we're 2 down on the battle dolphin. And I think you said we can do 1.
1 can be recovered with mending. Yeah.
Yeah, 2
mending.
shape woods between me and Finn, and 1 mending should hopefully recover it.
Yeah. So that will probably be the next day. Finn indicated that he does not currently have 1 memorized. But the dwarves will welcome you back, and they will thank you for the efforts that the dolphin helped. They were pretty confident that they would have been able to fend off the pirates without the dolphin, but having it there was just nice extra insurance and everything like that. So
we would inform the dwarves about the Sargasso and that it's quite large Sargasso.
It's actually quite small.
Well, it was planetoid size according to you, so.
Yeah, but a small planetoid size.
Size B is sort of like moon size rather than the size of a whole hex.
Yeah.
Each one of those things is 1/5 of a Spelljammer day across.
But yeah, we would inform about the Sargasso and its proximate area.
Yeah, even the largest of worlds are dwarfed by the sizes of these blocks. So, but it's neither here nor there. They thank you for that information. They ask you a few questions about how long it was until you encountered it, and trying to gauge the size of it and stuff like that. And they make a note. They will inform the other dwarven citadels in the ring around Hesperus of its existence, and they'll also say that explains that might explain some ships that have disappeared over the many years.
Yeah, there seem to be quite a lot of debris there.
We'll also get Nor to confirm the sensation he felt flying into it, and how long it took him traveling slowly to get around it.
Yeah,
in case that gives the size.
That's how you already attempted to determine the size.
Fair enough.
And you could be wrong. That was your best guess kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, but hopefully this will save plenty of innocent lives.
Because it could have also been that you were just on the edge and it was way, way larger kind of thing. They're not necessarily spherical. They can be any shape.
Yeah.
So.
Or if we had bad luck, we ended up the edge, but went to the other way, so we had to go almost around the whole thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it could be anything.
So they do appreciate that information. You're able to rest and relax for the rest of the day. They will be happy to serve you some good dwarven stew and ale.
I think we're relatively safe here.
Yeah. But you are going to want to still get back as quickly as possible.
Oh yes. Oh yes.
Is there anything that you want to do with the dwarves in particular?
I don't know if it's in the interest of the Elven Navy to let them see the guy we just rescued.
I
What
mean,
do people
they can
think?
see him, but we don't have to tell them who is.
Yeah.
I think we can let elves
Well-
decide how they want to handle it.
Well,
Uh,
also it might be a morale thing for people to know he's out. But yeah, we'll leave that to the elves.
the Elven
Or-
Navy will get word around once. You know.
He's got that ring. Is that ring very distinctive?
It is, but he doesn't have to be wearing it if you want to ask him not to. Like if you tell him
I think
if you tell him that you're just not sure how
Yeah.
things are going to proceed, and you feel it's best to keep things quiet until you get back to the elves, just to be on the safe side, he'll be like, makes sense to me.
yeah, Solas would vote for keeping things safe, since there might be Talarn spies in here.
And the
Yeah.
dwarves certainly didn't pay close enough attention to who went with you to know. Like, some of them will definitely be like, that's a strange bronze man with you, but none of them are gonna
Yeah.
really look.
They're not going to notice the guy because of the
a half elf.
because of the bronze guy is so weird.
So we are here for a day.
Not a full day.
Oh,
no, just
should
the
we
rest
introduce the half elf to Lenelius if he's still with us? I believe he is.
of the day. Yeah, he is.
Obviously,
How
we
long
do
we are
have
in here?
one official representative here.
That's true. Yeah. That is true.
And let them.
Since
Do whatever
the
they're gonna do.
duration we are in here will affect if Solas is going to do anything.
You're
Yeah,
just
'cause
there.
they-
You're just at the. I mean, unless you want to stay longer, but I
No.
assumed that you'd
Got a
want to
mission.
get going faster.
Because if Solas has the time, he would ask few things made by craftsmen.
Like how long time?
How long it does the craftsman to take? Was it the tiny horn for the
I think we could.
contact home power spell?
I think
They're
Tiny
not going to
horn.
have time.
I think we can spare the time to buy stuff that's already made. I don't think we can spare the time to commission things to be made. We would have had the time to have commissioned things to get made, and then we left and went into the prison. But now we need to go because there might be a large number of ships coming this way that are like 1 or 2 days behind us. We don't know. And we don't want to find out. We can do that with the elves, though.
Question to Old.
Mhm.
Are there any suspicions that there might be spies among the people here?
I mean, the dwarves will tell you that no, there aren't, but at the same time,
Yeah.
the whole point of being a spy is to not be known.
Don't know.
Yeah.
So Leva will actually, well, she will do it in 2 steps. She will cast Divination Enhancement, and then she will cast Detect Scrying.
Okay.
Sort of every day. She will just memorize one of them because they're both level
2
4.
wild searches a day.
Psst.
Starting
Hey, see,
here at
Lafdul is at it again.
starting the next day, kind of thing, as you're
Yes.
leaving the Dwarven Citadel.
Well, while we're still there, because the
You didn't say that you
the
memorized
next-
those the day before, like at the beginning of the day.
she actually had to remember she when she had to wait 12 hours.
Mhm.
That's when she memorized them.
Okay. All right.
So
I've-
detects it's only 120-foot radius, and with the divination enhancement, it would be 240-foot radius, I think.
It most likely would be centered on either one of those 2 guests.
All right. Let me check to
And
see.
it lasts for 1d6 turns plus 1 turn a level, which would end up being almost double that, I would think.
Wonder what would happen to Talux if you died.
Well, it's a construct, so it'd just be broken.
Well, no. Actually, I asked Alex, what happens if Levalithana was to die? Would you stay with us until we revive her, or?
Then she would be dead.
But we have. It isn't impossible to bring people back to life. I have died myself.
Then she would be alive again.
But what happens in the interim? What will you stay with us?
I do not know.
Yeah.
I don't think he's able to think in those kind of abstract thoughts, dude.
Mm-mm. He's proven several times already that he
start,
doesn't.
and also Lafdul, don't start killing off Leva.
Why did I kill off Leva? Leva's my favorite party member.
Probably best to also not put the robot through existential conundrums.
Don't do anything to Talux until Leva has gotten her information out of it. So there.
I want to play dress up with it, Leva.
Well,
No.
okay. Yeah, what do you mean? Mini skirts and.
I got a whole
maybe
chest
not.
full of stuff to dress up with.
Anyway, scrying.
Yes. What is the duration of Detect Scrying with Divination Enhancement?
Let me see. The normal detect scrying is 1d6 turns plus 1 turn a level. And divination will. Will. So that will last there too. Duration and range are both increased by 50% for
Okay.
the length of the divination enhancement.
How long does Divination
And the
Enhancement last?
divination, that is 2 turns plus 2 rounds a level. So it's far less than the other one. Oh, well, forget about the enhancement. No, actually leave it because it's the increased range.
All right.
Yeah, it's an add-on.
It's
adds
not
on to the
it
dress,
like
doesn't
I mean
it?
yeah it'll increase the duration for the duration of the divination enhancement. So essentially for the duration of the divination enhancement, the detect scrying duration tick down kind of thing will only be at a half rate kind of thing. So for every 2 rounds that pass, only 1 round ticks off of the the detect scrying, essentially.
Yes, and not to be dismissed, the expiration of the enhancement ends all divination spells in effect.
Oh, all right. So yeah, then it's just for the duration of the divination enhancement.
Yes, so I'm actually casting it for the range because the range
Right.
is not all encompassing. The range is
Nope, that's
240
reasonable.
feet. Is
Let me see. So what is the duration of divination enhancement again? I'm sorry.
2 turns plus 2 rounds a level.
Okay.
Far less than the other one will be.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I had a spell book that I was making.
Okay. Let me see if let me make some rolls. I mean, if someone is scrying, they obviously they can't constantly scry. So it's kind of
Just
like
gotta hope you get lucky.
yeah.
Ooh, that's the last one. No, it isn't.
Last one.
All right, you do not detect any scrying during that period.
Okay. The next day, if there's a next day, she will go for the same, but this time she will go for the time, not the range.
So just casting detect scrying.
Yes.
Okay.
Which is 1d6 turns plus 1 turn a level, which is quite a bit longer.
Yeah. All right. And I mean, once you're on, like you'll be leaving the next day, and once you're on board the Dolphin, there will be like unless you're kind of like at extreme opposite ends of the ship kind of thing, the range of Detect Scrying is pretty good to cover most of the ship, I think. I'd have to like go look at it in detail. It might actually cover the whole thing. I don't know. But it's pretty considerable, so.
Which you have to go half out the stairs to cast it, though.
Well, so what's the normal radius or area of effect of Detect Scrying?
120 feet.
So
Radius.
that's radius. So yeah, so unless you're standing like at the very back or the very front of the ship, that if you're right around the middle, that's basically covering the entire ship.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's pretty good. All right. So I will, if you're going to do that every day, we'll just remember that, and I will be rolling as we go.
I can't do it every day. Sorry, I'm going to do it twice, and
Okay.
then I'm going to have a break because I only have 6 brass hearing trumpets.
Oh, okay. All right. Fair enough. All right. Is there anything that you want to get from the dwarves? Again, like anything that's already made, you can get. They're not going to really have much in the way of spell components, however. I mean, they'd have some
Do
priest
they have
spell
brass hearing
components.
trumpets?
Yes, I was going to ask exactly that. And mirror fragments. Or mirrors that we can cast, that we can break.
Yeah, so mirror fragments you can get, and that would just be a copper piece per fragment.
Oh, that's much better than I have
hang
here.
on.
I said the one gold for mirror fragment.
Hang on. You say you need hearing trumpets for the spell.
Yes.
Brass
they have
hearing
Brass
trumpets.
ones.
Do they have to be new?
No.
Okay. Braxon's gonna go with one or two of the crew members and go looking around the bars, see if there's any dwarves that actually use hearing trumpets.
So
to see if
You're
they're
gonna steal.
real fast.
I
Solas,
have one, but it's not miniature.
what is the spell? What is the spell component for?
It's a small piece of mirror and a miniature brass hearing trumpet.
Right. No, but he was also asking for the brass hearing trumpet. Is it the exact same spell component?
I don't know.
Solas.
I was asking basically for Leva to get if there's for those for Leva.
Okay. All right. I can they may have some. You're not going to have time to commission more, but they may have a couple on hand in case a dwarf finds that he needs one, kind of thing.
Leva would also ask Ockar whether he could make some miniature brass hearing trumpet.
Not on board the ship.
Is it welded or is it hammered?
Wait. Did I make some for sending? I made some for sending earlier.
You didn't make it. That wasn't hearing trumpets. That's
Copper wire.
Cylinder.
I made
Yes.
copper cylinders for sending spell.
Yeah, that was a lot
Exactly.
easier.
Hearing
It was a
trumpet.
lot cruder. It was not a hearing trumpet. There is one available.
Okay.
Basically, Solas helped Leva question around if there were any.
Did you have a price for that already, or do you need me to look that up?
I have no price for the hearing trumpets. I only have price for the mirrors.
Okay. Well, I think the you can buy mirrors, but if you want to go around and get some, how many mirror fragments are you looking for?
It's one hearing trumpet plus one mirror fragment, and she has 3 fragments at the moment.
Okay, hold on a second.
Next time we have to have fake cargo, we should pretend we're selling mirrors.
You want to have 7 years of luck per every destroyed mirror.
All right, Lafdul has the price, 6 silver pieces.
Thank you.
For the brass hearing trumpet. For the mirror fragments, you can find 21 pieces for a copper piece each. That's basically like asking around. Hey, anyone have any broken mirrors that you haven't actually tossed overboard yet? And that's what you get.
Okay, need to know it again. How many?
21.
6 silver pieces, and the other one?
I'm not going with 1 gold piece for a mirror fragment. That's
yeah,
ridiculous.
it seems a bit.
Okay,
I will go with 1 copper piece because it's garbage.
okay.
It's essentially you're buying garbage.
Considering there was mirrors that you could buy, the mirror actually with 10 silver
Yeah, the silver
mirror
mirrors
fragment would be way too expensive.
Yeah.
Thing is, are these mirrors made with glass, or are they just reflective silver? With brass.
You're probably getting like brass mirror pieces kind of thing or something like that, or the glass from them or something like that.
Reflective metal.
I'm not too concerned. It's you're basically buying trash. So the fact that anyone is getting money for it is, you know,
It doesn't matter what kind of mirror it is, as long as it's mirror fragment.
yeah. All right. So, I think we'll start off in next session as you're just about to leave, so that you guys will have an opportunity to think about if there's anything else that you want to buy. Trying to think.
I might buy some more gems here or there if you've got anything on sale.
I mean, they might have some stuff.
Yeah, I guess Braxon would ask if they got any magical ship weapons.
They do not.
Okay.
You basically need to find. You basically need to find the arcane if you want stuff like that. And
okay, cool.
The arcane are only going to be in big ports.
And most people would not really sell their magical ship weapons.
No.
Unless they specially are for sale.
No, it's only because they're dwarves and dwarves make magical stuff.
They do, but they don't make them for sale. They make them for themselves.
Right, got ya. Yep. And there's no market if there's not loads of people coming in to buy them. They wouldn't be having spares. Yeah.
Right.
Fair enough.
So the only
magic items
in a situation like that, what you want to phrase it as is, I have these things that I am willing to trade if they have a blankety blank available. So you decide what you're willing to trade away, and then I decide whether anyone is willing, whether you can get the thing that you want, and that is, it doesn't matter whether they are, if the answer is no, it's either they don't have it or no one is willing to trade. Doesn't matter which one it is.
Yeah.
But in a situation like this where you've come to a dwarven citadel, then you are offering to trade away stuff that you have that you don't want anymore for something else that you do want. And that is always the way that you should be thinking of it and phrasing it. So always be prepared with a list of things that you are willing to trade away. And I would also suggest coming up with things that you personally consider worth the trade.
And also do remember that magic items are quite a lot more rare than in the later editions.
Right, but regardless of that, just if you always are, if you have things that you personally consider worth the item that you want, then it's only down to whether I decide that NPCs consider that worthwhile.
Yeah.
So, like, if you're like, yes, I want a magical ballista +1, here's a potion of healing, I'm willing to trade for it.
Yeah.
Then I'm deciding whether anyone is considering that worthwhile, and the case is going to be 99.9999% no.
Yeah.
But
desperate.
So
Well,
that's what I would say. Like, in between sessions, you can come up with a thing of like, I think that XYZ that I have are worth this item.
Yep.
And then that can just kind of be the standard question. So.
No, that's cool. I wasn't that fussed about getting stuff, but I just thought if there was stuff there and we sailed past it.
Yeah, but I don't come up with like lists of things that are available at a dwarven citadel like that. It is
No, I just did. I figure they're mining stuff and they're making something.
It is just it is way easier for me if you are.
No, I agree.
Yeah, if you are already, and not just like I have these. Do they have anything available? Specifically, be like, I want a magical ballista. I want a magical crossbow. I want a magical sword. I want some magical ballista bolts. You know, if you're phrasing it in that way, then I have a much easier time deciding whether they're going to have that available.
Yep. Yeah.
All right. But that is going to wrap us up this session. When we come back next week, the party has rescued Alaro. And they will be taking him back. Let's go ahead and give out some XP. Let's see. I spilled some water on my sheet where I wrote all this down on, so I'm gonna have to make a new chart. It's annoying. It's like all crinkly now and everything. It's annoying. All right. That is going to be okay. All right, so let's see. Any individual XP awards? Lafdul, Commune is 5th level.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. That is going to be 5,000 XP for everyone. And an extra 250 for your priest, Lafdul.
5,000.
Okay. Was that with a no history as well? Is that anything useful?
No, that was for Commune.
Alright. Cool.
So that's 5,000 for everyone?
Yep. Made a big step on rescuing Alaro.
Yep.
Getting ever so closer on leveling up, but still so far away.
I guess next time we'll earn 2,566 XP.
You know what the funny thing is?
Yeah, let me make
my
let me
XP
make a
is
note of that.
exactly the same for my priest and my thief because of the 10% to the thief.
So you just need to do more priestly things to even out that the 10% gain.
So, what level are you now, Solas?
I'm 9th and 10. 9th
So
level cleric and
we'll be
10th
one
level
level
mage.
apart. We'll be one level apart.
Well, it's still going to be taking 72,000 specifically for my mage.
Yes, it's going to take 567.1 for my mage.
It's going to
You're
take
going to be
forever for
leveling
Lafdul.
faster than me.
To reach my next level, I need a little under 100,000.
My thief's almost going to be 3 levels above my priest.
I just spent the time to level the 750,000 XP. So there, 100,000 is peanuts.
Specialty priests have horrible XP charts.
All right. Well, I want to thank you guys for playing, and we will be back next week. The party will be leaving Hesperos and heading back to rendezvous with the elves, and
I can get my oak wands.
Yep. Anything that you you requested to be made, be prepared to get those. So, I want to thank you guys for playing. I want to thank everyone out there for watching. And we shall be back next week. See you then, everyone.
Thanks for the
Take
game.
care, everyone.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you.